I thought I'd do something a little bit different for Flamingo Friday this week because I think that quite often I come across as this cool as a cucumber person who has no issues with anything and just gets shit done. And, sometimes that's true. Sometimes I do just get stuff done and I don't disappear into a puddle of anxiety. But today I wanted to talk about something else because I think that with social media and, with so much of ourselves being online, we only see the tip of the iceberg. We only see the faces that people choose to present to the world. And I'm as guilty of that as anybody else. And I just wanted to talk a little bit today about daffodil anxiety. And so my anxiety levels over the last, they go up and down. Last summer I had a bit of a meltdown, which I like to call my epiphany, where I decided what I wanted to be when I grow up and what I wanted to do with my life. And writing books and helping other people write and publish books is pretty much what I want to do and what I am now doing. And ever since then, I've been a lot happier. I've been doing really well. The last few days, my anxiety has been at such a level that it's been trying to crawl out through, it's trying to eat my brain from the inside. And it's manifested itself in daffodils. And I am so super lucky to have a husband that just doesn't think that I'm a complete lunatic, because I was telling him about this, and the source of my daffodil anxiety is that I love daffodils. They're my favourite flowers. They are my favourite flowers. I have a vase of them just over here on the windowsill. I hope you can see there. I love them. I've got loads of them growing in my garden. And the source of my anxiety is that I won't spend enough time appreciating them before they fade and disappear for the year. And of course, if I don't appreciate them this year, I'll have to wait all the way till next year. And then what if they don't bloom? And then what if I die before that happens? And yeah, as you can see, my brain goes on a bit of a whirlwind. So my wonderful husband, instead of mocking me, which he would have been perfectly entitled to do, said, right, we're going to put together a daffodil plan. Every day you're going to text me a daffodil report and you're going to tell me which daffodils you've seen, how they're going in the garden, and all that kind of thing. And that might seem ludicrous to you, but frankly, I don't care, because it's worked really well for me. And I'll tell you why. And this is something that you can do in your business. If you're feeling overwhelmed by stuff, if you're feeling anxious about things, you can do exactly the same thing. Create your own daffodil plan. Chop it down into small bits. And I can give you another garden-based analogy, because today some plants arrived and I thought, I better go and plant some of them before they die. And I went out into my garden. We've got just under 3 acres of wilderness. And so I thought, I'm going to go and clear this patch. And I just went outside and just looked at it all and was like, I don't know where to start. This is ridiculous. And I stood there for a few minutes, kind of gently spinning in circles and thinking, what the hell am I going to do? Watching the sheep get themselves tangled in brambles, watching the chickens helping. And I just didn't even know where to start. So I went and cleared a really small corner, a tiny corner of one flower bed and stuck all the plants in there. I don't know if I've done a good job. I'm not the best gardener. But the plants are planted. They're at least not going to die in their packaging. And I broke this massive 3-acre wilderness garden down into, a tiny little corner of a plot. And that's what works for me. And, that part of flamingoing your business is not just about standing out. It's not just about finding cool stuff. And it's not just about finding your USP and all the rest of it. It's also about getting your head together. And I think everybody suffers from anxiety to a greater or lesser extent. Perhaps not quite to the extent of worrying about daffodils. But, if this message helps anybody, if it makes you laugh, that's cool. And by the way, laugh. I'm happy for you to laugh. This is why I tell these stories. But if it helps you to break down some of your anxiety or break down some of your overwhelm as to what you're going to do first, then I'm happy. If you've got a massive problem, write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper and then break it down into little bits. I think it was Henry Ford who said there's no such thing as huge problems. There's just lots of little ones. And he's quite right. So, happy Friday, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful end of week and a fabulous weekend. And I will be back same time next week with Flamingo Friday. Bye!